I'm Devindra Ojala, the Lightworker Coach, and I share tips and tools to free your mind, love your body, and connect more deeply to your soul so that you can create the success you really want in your life, health, relationships, and business. And I believe without a solid foundation of self-love, we cannot truly thrive in any of these areas. Okay, so we're going to start our practice in Anjali Mudra. Mudras are hand movements and hand gestures which invoke certain reflex points, which are linked to the organs and energy vibrations within the mind and the body. So Anjali Mudra is a receptive state. So we're opening the heart space, allowing ourselves to be receptive to receiving the good of the universe, allowing the divine flow of love, abundance, health, and well-being to flow into us and through our hands, into our own healing and healing this planet. So I want you to drop the shoulders back and down. Relax the elbows, relax the arms so we're not causing any stress or pressure on the rest of the body. Chin parallel to the floor, so the back of the neck lengthens. Imagine a string from the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Close the eyes. And I want you to become aware of the sounds in the distance. Becoming aware of the sounds inside this room. And becoming aware of the sound of your own breath. So we're letting go of anything we've been involved in. Anything that needs doing today, just put it all to one side as we come into the present moment, into being here right now. So we're inviting all parts of ourselves back to the present moment, showing up fully for ourselves right now. There's nowhere else we need to be. We're coming home to the heart. So we're dropping out the head. We don't need to get caught up in each and every thought. Disidentifying from the mind. And start to embody the physical vehicle we've been given. So we're coming back to feeling and sensing. And I want you to drop into the heart and just take a moment to listen. Does it feel tight, closed, open, light, heavy? Is it comfortable? Uncomfortable? Is it relaxed? Is there a flow? Is there joy, love, or perhaps sadness, grief even, pain? Just explore what's showing up for you in this moment right now without trying to change or fix it. We're bringing kind attention to this space. So we're moving into the observer. Allowing your awareness to penetrate deeper into the deeper heart. Trust it's safe. And if any emotions surface, I want you to honor those emotions. Allow the emotions to be seen so they can be freed. So we're setting our intention for this practice to come home to our truth, and allow the heart to be our guiding force in any decisions we make in life and business. Allowing the heart to guide the mind and our actions. Releasing any conflict between the heart and the mind. Bringing the mind back to harmony. So our intention is for the release of inner conflict between mind and heart. And inviting peace and harmony between mind and heart. Because in truth, they both want the same thing. And when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, bring the left hand onto the belly, right hand onto the heart. And we're going to move into deep abdominal breathing to set up a stable base for the practice. So allow the breath to move nice and deep into the belly, so the belly balloons and expands on the inhale and relaxes on the exhale. The belly balloons and expands on the inhale and relaxes on the exhale. So it should be your left hand that's moving. The hand on the belly should be the hand that's moving. So you should feel the belly pushing the hand, the palm of the hand away from you. There should be little or no movement in the top hand. Now this may take practice, and this can take months, if not years, because often the mind interferes with the breath. And we start to breathe very shallow, just into the chest. And this stops the flow of oxygen to the brain, which can cause several different health conditions and mental health problems, and also stops the flow of potential and creativity in our life. So stay here for another few seconds, breathing deep into the belly. So we have three brains: the gut, the heart, and the brain itself. And the breath is like the postman, it's the messenger. It's delivering messages from the gut up to the heart and the brain, preparing us for inspired action and truthful action from our soul. So it's a communication channel. So the breath is communicating the messages, and often, I would probably say, in fact, majority of people aren't actually breathing to their full capacity, which means this communication channel is quite fuzzy or not working at all, which limits our potential, because the gut is hugely intelligent and powerful. And when we listen to our gut, we're following a higher truth. When this area is blocked, and for many of us in the West especially, the gut is blocked and we have digestive issues or IBS, and that is a sign that the breath isn't going deep enough and the mind, body and soul are in disharmony, which means it's difficult for us to make the right choices in life, because our choices are being made by the mind, and the mind's primary function is survival, not for you to thrive and grow. It's to protect you from the fears, the insecurities that we have. And it's always coming out of the past, or a perceived future, or a threat, not reality. So it stops you from creating. Good. Okay, so releasing down, thumb, first finger together this time. So this is called chin mudra this time. And this mudra connects us to our higher self. Hands resting on the knees, shoulders lift up, back and down. Close the eyes. Just take a moment to settle back into the body. Trusting the flow of breath to move deep into the belly. You don't have to force. We're not trying to control the breath. Just setting the intention to get out of the way and allow the breath its full journey. And as the observer, you're following the flow of breath. You're following the journey. On your next exhale, allow the head to start to tip forwards. You're going to start to allow the chin to move towards the chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. Again, try not to force, try not to push or pull. Keep the eyes closed. Breathe nice and deep. And with every exhaling breath, surrender, let go. Allow the head to become heavier and heavier. Chin moves closer and closer to the chest. And become conscious of the physical sensation you can feel at the back of the neck. Is it tight? Is it hot? Is it pulsating, throbbing? Just observe. Just watch. On your inhaling breath, keep the chin towards the chest. Start to roll the head over the right side, bringing the right ear over the right shoulder. Keep the chin slightly tucked in. Keep the length through the spine. Keep the weight even on both sides of the sit bones. Try not to lean to one side. Keep the eyes closed. Breath flowing. And your full attention to the left side of the neck. Explore the sensation, the left side of the neck. So we're not reacting to any of the sensations that arise. Of course, if anything feels painful, we want you to release out. We'll use a variation. But I want you to know if there's slight discomfort, use the breath. It's okay to be there. We don't need to fight the discomfort or resist the discomfort. We're going to move through the discomfort. The breath's going to be our guide and our leader. On the next exhaling breath, allow the head to drop forwards, chin towards the chest, over to the left side, left ear to the left shoulder, and bring your full consciousness to the right side of the neck. Again, just explore the feelings, the sensations that arise. You may want to label them tight, hot, quickly, sharp, cold. And with every exhaling breath, soften. See if you can allow the head to go even heavier. So you're moving into that stretch, moving through the resistance. So we're going to start to work with the breath. As you exhale, allow the head to go heavy, chin towards the chest, over to the right side. It's a deep inhaling breath as you hold. Exhale, head goes heavy, chin towards the chest, over to the left side. It's a deep inhaling breath as you hold. Exhale, head goes heavy, chin towards the chest, over to the right side. Now I'd like you to carry on working at your own pace. Paying attention to every physical sensation that arises. Keep the breath deep. And the next time you move over to one side, we're going to start to circle. So you're going to start to lift the gaze up towards the ceiling without dropping the head all the way back. So again, the next delicate area. So listen to your own body, take full responsibility for your own well-being. We're going to move in one direction, chin back to the chest. So you're circling. Keep the eyes closed. So keeping the eyes closed allows you to be more present with what's happening in the body, in your energy field, in your aura. And as you become more sensitive, you'll start to pick up more subtle energies. You'll start to pick up the vibration of toxicity, even before it's become physical. Opposite direction. Try not to collapse through the spine. Keep the spine nice and long. We'll do two more this direction. And in your own time, when you're ready, coming back to center. Keep the chin parallel to the floor and take the gaze over to the right side. So gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the hips and shoulders parallel. Keep the length through the spine, crown of the head reaching upwards. And as you deepen the breath, see if you can take the gaze a little bit further over that right side, moving through any resistance. And nice and gently, keeping the chin parallel to the floor, we're going to take the gaze over to the left, over the left shoulder. So notice where the mind is going to block you. and tell you that's as far as you can go. So it's going to start to move into its protection. I want you to surrender deeply into the breath. Soften the resistance. And as you start to relax, you'll feel an impulse to take it deeper. And coming back to center. Bring the hands together. We're going to take a nice deep inhaling breath as we lift and lengthen, keeping the palms of the hands together. Soften the elbows, open the heart space. As you inhale, start to extend the arms up towards the ceiling. So straighten out the arms, keeping the arms alongside the ears or behind the ears. Keep lifting nice and tall. As you exhale, drop the right hand down, and we're going to sweep over to that right side. You may be able to drop the elbow, really doesn't matter if you can't. Nice deep breathing, we're opening up the heart chakra. Drop that left shoulder back, lift the gaze if it's comfortable for the neck, otherwise keep the gaze forwards. Deep breathing into the belly. Nice deep inhale, lift and lengthen nice and tall. Good, well done. Exhale, reach up tall. Over to the left side, drop that left hand down. Exhale. You may find this is enough for you. Just hold wherever it feels right. Try not to bend that right elbow. Lift the gaze. Open the heart center. So we're working with the heart chakra today, the giving and receiving of unconditional love. Opening to receiving the love of the universe and opening to sharing our love. Nice deep inhale, lifting back to center. We're going to start to flow. Exhale, over to the right side, lengthen. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over to the opposite side. Reach through those fingertips. You're going to work at your own pace, so just keep flowing. Let go of any perfection. So MedYoga is not about being perfect in the postures. MedYoga is about acceptance, accepting where you are right now, and allowing your inner guide, your inner teacher, to let you know what you need to do, which is best and right for your own body. Nobody can guide you more than you can guide yourself in life. And so often we give our power away to others around us. And yes, teachers and guides and leaders can help us. But the truth is, your power resides within you. So use your teachers, use your guides, use the leaders. But remember to never give your full power away. To listen to what feels right for you, no matter what anybody or even I tell you. We'll do a couple more either side. So the beauty of MedYoga is it teaches you to find your own power, to be your own god or your own goddess, to own who you truly are. And to fall in love with who you are. And from that energy, you vibrate an essence of beauty, of power, of trust. You start to mirror the divine qualities. And from that space, you attract more than the mind could ever conceive of. Exhale, right hand down. And you're going to start to slide the right hand away from you this time. But keep that right arm straight and keep that left arm lifted as you take the gaze up towards the thumbnail. So again, we're opening the heart. So I want you to think about creating space in the chest. So drop that left shoulder back. You should be able to feel the shoulders squeezing back and down. Breathe deep into the belly. Feel the lengthening in the abdominals as you reach upwards. Exhale. Drop the left hand down. Slide that left hand away from you. Right arm up. Lift the gaze. And feel the heart opening, expanding. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Reach up nice and tall. Exhale, draw the energy down through the midline. On your next exhale, rotate over to the right side. Take the right hand behind you. Left hand over the knee to rotate through the spine. Gaze over the right shoulder. And over to the left side. Left hand behind. Lift and lengthen. Gaze over that left shoulder. We'll do a couple more. Lift and lengthen nice and tall. Gaze over the right shoulder. And over the left. And coming back to center. Drop the shoulders back. Take the left leg nice and wide. We're going to bring the right foot into the inner thigh. Heel of the left foot pushes away from you. Toes come in. Hips like headlamps facing forwards. Hands into our prayer position. Good. As you exhale, start to rotate. So that left hip drops back. Right hip forwards. And your gaze is over that right foot. You're going to stick the bottom out behind you or take the fleshy part of the bottom, lift them up and away. As you exhale, bring the hands down to that left leg and you're going to start to lean forwards. Now, it doesn't matter how far forward you go. What's most important is the length of the spine. So no curling, no pushing or pulling, which often happens. Keep the shoulders back. Listen to your own body and hold whatever it feels right for you. The neck is an extension of the spine. So neck and spine in alignment. Connect to the breath, move back to deep abdominal breathing. So the belly balloons, expands on the inhale and relaxes on the exhale. As you start to relax, you may want to start to walk the hands forwards. Again, listen to your own body. Take it at your own pace. And we're going to hold for 5 deep breaths. Good. Keep the head heavy. You're going to start to walk the hands back in towards you as you curl up through the spine. 1 vertebra at a time. It's a gradual movement. Dropping the shoulders back and down. Good. And we'll take it the opposite way. Bring the right leg out to the side and bring the left foot in. So again, making sure you're okay with the alignment. So the alignment should always feel okay. There should never be any pain. Again, slight discomfort is fine as long as you're using deep breathing and you're paying attention. Shoulders back. And as you exhale, you're lifting out of the lower back. So you're sticking the bottom out behind you. paying attention to the messages of the body, and you're only taking it as far as feels right for you. Whenever you're there, you're going to close the eyes, and we're using the yin energy of surrender, of letting go. Crown of the head reaching forward. And you'll notice as you inhale, there's a lift, there's an expansion. As you exhale, there's a sinking into, a surrender, a letting go. Inhaling, there's a slight lift. Exhale, there's a surrender, a letting go. So allow yourself to be carried on the waves of the breath. Allow the breath to carry you. There's nothing for you to do. Trust it's safe to surrender and be carried. Sometimes the waves are deep. Sometimes they're shallow. Sometimes the waves are subtle. Sometimes they're huge, big waves that we have to learn to surf. And all it requires from us is a willingness to trust. And we will make mistakes as we learn to ride these waves. And so we need a great deal of love and self-compassion. Last 2 deep breaths. And inhaling, navel's pulled in, so we're activating the core muscles, rolling up 1 vertebra at a time, shoulders sinking back and down. We're going to take the legs nice and wide, so making a nice big V with the legs. Again, sit up nice and tall. You may want to use a bolster behind you. Shoulders back, heels push away, toes in. Hands into our prayer position. Nice deep inhaling breath. Lift and lengthen again. Open the heart. Lengthen through the arms. Close the eyes. We're going to hold here. And I want you to visualize the color emerald green. Beautiful emerald green. And watching this emerald green as it starts to move towards you and enter into the center of your heart. So open up to receiving the rays of emerald green light, penetrating through the heart, the cells, the tissues, the muscles. Feeling emerald green vibrating through the heart space, spreading out through your whole being. Feel this power, emerald green. Breathe it in, breathe it out to the world. Breathe it in, breathe it out to the world. Emerald green. Fireworks. Feel the radiance. And as you exhale, bring that right hand down. Start to drop the right elbow. Doesn't matter how far you go again, you may want to hold here, or you can take it all the way across. Again, we're opening up to the heart center. Fingertips lifting up. If you're comfortable there, lift the gaze, close the eyes. Try to keep the weight even on both sides of the bottom. So you can either hold here for a few more breaths, Or you can exhale and sweep that left arm across the ear. Again, try not to bend the elbow, try to keep the length. So we're lifting out the waist. You may be able to take it deeper and drop that right elbow forwards. Deep conscious breathing. So inhale, there's a lift, there's an expansion, and there's an exhale you're sinking into. Some of you may be able to take it to the full variation and take a hold of the toes. Drop that left shoulder back, lift the gaze. Deep breathing into the belly. And on the next inhale, with grace, it's just as important how we come out of a posture as to how we come into a posture. We're going to take it the opposite way. Drop the left elbow down, right arm extending up, lift the gaze. So of course, if that doesn't feel right for your neck, keep the gaze forwards. And choosing whether you're staying here or whether you wish to take it deeper into any of the variations. So the most important thing here is that we're opening and creating space in the heart and the chest. So we're expanding. Keep drawing the breath nice and deep and choosing whether you want to take it deeper. So you should be nice and relaxed in all the postures. And we're aiming to make all the postures, wherever we are, home. A place of ease. So we're releasing resistance from the mind. Inhale, navel's pulled in. Lift and lengthen nice and tall. Good. You're going to relax the legs in and out. In and out. Good. Push the heels away, hands in front, shoulders back. As you exhale, keep the heels pushing away, lift out the lower back, edge forwards. Now it doesn't matter how far you go, you can hold here, or you may be able to come down onto the elbows. Keep the neck in alignment with the spine, close the eyes, breathe deep. If you feel comfortable here and want to take it deeper, if you have a bolster at home, you can bring that bolster forwards, or you can start to edge forwards and make a pillow with the hands to rest the forehead. So choose whichever of those variations work best for you. You're going to hold here for another 5 breaths. And as you inhale, walking the hands back and towards you. Shoulders dropping back and down. Good, well done. And bring the soles of the feet together. So our cobbler pose. So soles of the feet lifting upwards. We're just going to start by jumping the knees up and down. So releasing out through the hips. And this also helps to lubricate this area. We can often get quite stuck in the hips. They can become quite tight. And yet the hips are also part of what we refer to as the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra, your hips, your pelvis, your groin, your sexual organs, your lower back, your lower abdominals. And the chakra here is related and corresponds to your creativity. So often this area can become tight when we are being called to birth something new. Now, it doesn't have to actually be something physical, such as a baby. This can be the birthing of a business, the birthing of a new idea. So we want to make sure this area and this space is open and healthy. Okay, so any tightness in that area is a sign that we're resisting our creative flow. So lengthen forwards, lengthen through the spine, kick the shoulders back, elbows stay tucked in. As you exhale, you're going to start to lean forward. So we're using the Yang energy to start with. So MedYoga is about finding perfect balance between the male, the female, as we move into what's known as the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. And this is where we start to move into our power to create from love, from heart energy. So MedYoga unites the Yang and the masculine, releasing competition and coming back to interdependence. And we all have masculine and female energies flowing through us. But often it's out of balance, dependent on our programming from childhood. We can either overuse the Yang or overuse the female energy, or we can abuse the power of either or. So it can become manipulative or competitive, or become a victim and powerless. So when both are aligned, we come into an embodied state of authentic power. And from this space, we experience life in a very different way. So we're going to start to move into the Yin energy now. So the Yin energy is about surrendering, it's about allowing, it's about trusting the flow. So I want you to listen into the body. Where can you let go? Let the body become heavy. It doesn't matter how far you go. Soften the shoulders, relax the head. And we're going to stay and hold here. There's nothing for you to do other than allow this posture, allow the breath. And you're simply observing. Observing the sensations, the responses, the reactions. And I want you to pay particular attention to what's happening to the exhaling breath. What happens to the body as you exhale? Three more deep, conscious breaths. And as you inhale, keep the head heavy. You're going to roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, gradual movement. Dropping the shoulders back and down. Use the hands to bring the knees together. And we're going to finish into our tiptoe balance for focus. So the tiptoe balance is a brilliant posture to master focus and concentration. So it forces the mind into concentration, which is powerful because when we learn to focus our energy in the direction we want to go rather than the direction that we don't want to go, we can transform our lives. We start to manifest what we really want rather than the subconscious mind or the old programming in the mind always delivering things for us that we don't want. Those are old patterns. So the mind, the brain, is like a computer with lots of different files. And many of these files aren't even yours. These files belong to your past, or your ancestors, or society, or your parents. And they can be very limiting. So by focusing, we start to disempower the false beliefs. They start to disarm because we're no longer giving them energy. We're no longer giving them focus. And instead, we're taking our power back and choosing where we wish to focus. So where we focus, energy goes. So feet hip distance apart. Fingertips down for support, or you can use your block, which I'll just show you. You can bring the block to the side. If you're confident there, one hand forwards. If that feels stable and secure, bring the hands into prayer. Now you can hold this posture for as long as feels comfortable for you. Try to choose a point of focus ahead of you or down to the floor that's not going to move. And keep your attention and focus on the breath inside the nostrils. It's ever so subtle, so you have to really focus and concentrate to keep your attention there. Tongue resting on the tongue resting on the roof of the mouth, crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling, shoulders back, lengthening through the spine. Keep the heart center nice and open. And now is your time to repeat an affirmation to yourself as we've gone into the alpha state, very receptive mode. If you can hold this posture for 16 seconds, you're in manifestation. So we want to vibrate the energy and emotion that we want to create. I am love. I trust. I am safe, stable, and secure. Well done. Release. Drop the knees. Sitting back on the heels or crossing the legs. Close the eyes. We're going to take a moment to close our practice by giving thanks, gratitude. Gratitude for life. And giving thanks to yourself, to your soul, for this incredible journey, for all the challenges your soul has overcome. So we're giving thanks for our past. Thanks for all that is still yet to come. And most importantly, giving thanks for the perfection you are right in this moment, right now. And we're going to finish with chanting the heart sound 7 times. So the heart sound is Vam. This is known as a Bija mantra. And it penetrates through the energy body. And it dispels any stuck energy, any toxicity, and opens up to expansion. Opens up to the universe. So you're going to chant with me 7 times. You can chant silently or out aloud. And I want you to pay attention to the vibration you experience in your heart. Take a nice deep inhaling breath with me now. Let go and release.
Paying attention to the vibrations experienced in the body right now. Becoming aware of the sounds in the distance. The sounds in the room. Sound of your own breath. And the presence that resides within your heart. The real you, the true you, your higher self. And setting the intention to come out into your day, your week, your month, from this space of connection with the heart. Mind, body, soul connection. Making your choices from this space. Aligning vibrationally to this space of love. It's the love you have for yourself that gets shared with the world. Namaste, Om Shanti, peace. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to serve you. I hope you enjoyed this week's practice. And I look forward to connecting with you much deeper as we dive deeper and deeper into connecting with the soul. And I look forward to hearing from you about everything you're creating and how you're transforming your life, your health, your relationships, and your business. Do connect with me below. If you want to reach out to me, please firstly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do like my YouTube channel, like this video, share it with friends and family that you feel may benefit from this channel. And for those that are interested in working with me, I do one-to-one coaching, so please do go to the website and check out my programs and my packages for all levels. And I also have retreats and workshops I do around the UK and abroad. And
For those that are a light worker, a empath, intuitive, coach, healer, heart-centered individual, soulful entrepreneur, visionary change agent who really has a strong desire to step up to their next level of potential and get from where they are now to where they really want to be in life, health, business and relationships, come join us in the Lighthouse. We would love to have you for a £25 monthly subscription. There is huge value and you will be part of an amazing team and network and support group holding you through your transformation, helping you through healing, receiving healing, giving healing, and keeping you inspired with your self-care, self-love practice, as well as diving really deep into transformation and the subconscious mind. I'd love to see you there. Take care. Namaste. Bye-bye, and have an amazing week. Lots of love.